The topic of my video presentation today is the evolution of data visualization techniques in social and business realms from static to interactive visualizations. Data visualization has undergone a significant evolution, transitioning from static representations to dynamic interactive visualizations, which have thus transformed user engagement and insights. Here is a contrast to understand the initial difference. The graph to the left is a static visualization of a basic set of data depicting the top food groups for each age bracket. And here is an interactive, much higher level data visualization, utilizing modern technology and an ever-evolving data set. As you can see, this is a more intricate data visualization tool as it collects data in real time and presents it for viewers. This allows users to gain insight into how data is changing instantaneously. The historical evolution of data visualization approaches is examined through this presentation, which explores the initial path from conventional static representations of data to the immersive and interactive visualizations created by modern computer technology. Through a review of significant turning points, prominent figures, and technical developments, we can see how data visualization has evolved throughout time, altering the field of information analysis and communication. Data visualization involves the visual presentation of data to communicate the stories contained in the dataset. Data visualization can communicate complex information in a way that is easier to interpret by turning data into visually engaging images and stories. Early static data visualization's historical roots. Often it's typical for people to consider data visualization and statistical graphics to be quite recent advances in statistics. The visual representation of quantitative data, however, has an extensive history. These origins may be traced back to the early beginnings of mapping and similar visual representation, as well as to the development of statistical graphics and thematic cartography. The first example of visual aids for navigation and exploration were geometric diagrams, tables listing the location of stars and other celestial bodies, and maps. The development of highly interactive statistical computing systems has dominated the 2000s and beyond, however. Early ways of visualizing data were also found in the field of astronomy, such as in the Suzhou star chart from China's Song dynasty. The chart was originally created in 1193 by Confucian scholar Huang Shang and etched in stone in 1247. The chart depicts 1,434 stars, grouped into 280 asterisms. Another noteworthy example is a 1644 graphic by Michael Florent van Langren, a Flemish astronomer to the court of Spain, believed to be the first visual representation of statistical data. This 1D line graph shows all 12 known estimates of the difference in longitude between Toledo and Rome and the name of the astronomer who provided each observation. A key historical figure, William Playfair is widely considered the inventor of most of the graphical forms widely used today. First the line graph and bar chart, later the pie chart and circle graph. The figure shown here is a combination of different visual forms. Playfair uses this data visualization to show the different taxes per capita in various nations in Europe and argue that the British were overtaxed compared with others. As we can see, this visualization clearly presents evidence to support the author's conjecture, highlighting the necessity of data visualization in not only scientific fields but in socio-political realms too. Print media era. The printing press, which was developed in the 15th century, transformed the way information was disseminated and made it easier for static images to be published in books, newspapers, and scholarly journals. Printing was a very competitive industry within the 1500s, and in an attempt to increase the readability, appeal, and profitability of their publications, printers were always competing with one another. They created volumes with illustrations of images, maps, and diagrams, as well as title pages, tables of contents, numbered pages, and indexes, a significant step forward from previous types of data and information visualizations. Data visualizations and its impact on the sciences. The data visualization found in books, which have become an ever-present, widely available, and consistent print medium, enabled civilization to advance and efficiently acquire new information. Indeed, in Europe, the printing revolution contributed to the advancement of modern science, where the Polish scientist Copernicus produced his own book in 1543, claiming that the Earth circled around the Sun by using printed astronomical texts and tables of data on planet motions. Thus, it is evident that data visualization tools that continue to grow and develop play a key role in the development of society through creating easy to digest and understandable insights. One of the main drawbacks of static visualizations is that they don't allow for dynamic exploration or interaction. Nonetheless, they are excellent at providing succinct and understandable data summaries, which make them appropriate for publications, presentations, and static reports. Nevertheless, a new kind of data visualization format was required since the modern economic and social world is constantly evolving and interacting on several levels. It is clear to see in the figure to the left that the data and pattern is extremely easy to read and the figure would be very quick to make. However, limitations of this type of static data visualization are that the presentation is very basic and generic, as well as the fact that the graph will most likely miss out on nuances within the dataset that could bring greater insight if taken into account. Static charts, as already shown, adhere to the traditional form of presentation of certain insights, which is predominantly elementary and straightforward. As we explore new avenues for gathering data that was previously unattainable, the need for an executive dashboard has grown steadily. To accurately comprehend what the complex data is revealing, we can no longer rely on pie charts and basic line column graphs to make the optimal decision. The goal of data visualization is to create and present easily comprehensible information, primarily the most valuable information, from a set of data, so that the optimal choice may be made by management. In fact, MIT neuroscientists found that the brain processes visuals 20 times faster than text. As dynamic and interactive data visualizations increasingly offer a greater range of insights, particularly among significantly larger datasets, organizations that continue to rely on old static data visualizations risk losing competitive advantage to other rivals in the market. The dataset we'll be using as an example is the percentage change of store sales per US region over a period of 12 months. Here is an example of a static visualization of the data presented as a basic table and line graph. Some positives of this static visualization are that it is easy to read with basic and understandable information, whereas some negatives are that it doesn't allow for interactivity in relation to comparing to other places, previous years, or future forecasts, as multiple graphs would be needed, as well as inputting new data sets. Our comprehension and perception of data visualizations has undergone significant changes as a result of the rapid transition from static charts to interactive data visualizations. The primary reasons for this change are the powerful interactive dashboard features, such as real-time data exploration and complex drill-down capabilities. The rise of interactive data visualizations. The 20th century saw rapid advances in computer technology that made interactive visualization approaches viable. Unlike their static counterparts, interactive dashboards provide real-time data exploration, and by providing instantaneous visual updates and the capacity to actively adjust to filter changes, they raise the standard for dynamic data visualization. Interactive data visualization is the use of tools and processes to produce a visual representation of data which can be explored and analyzed directly within the visualization itself. This interaction can help uncover insights which lead to better data-driven decisions. Types of new interactive data visualizations. An interactive data visualization in which people may work with the data to learn about and access insights from it. For example, as seen in the map, the United States political donations are broken down by political party, recipient, party by date, and by geocoded locations. You can even zoom in to see a more granular view of the most relevant regions or input a specific zip code. Another business sector that heavily relies on data and data analysis through visualization is marketing. In the graph here, we can see how sales funnel for a marketing company has been broken down into different marketing methods, such as SEO or email, with the option to then dig further down to explore the different stages of opportunity for each particular sector. This immense detail displayed with such a clear picture and functionality gives businesses optimal insight from the data they are collecting. Key components of interactive data visualization. An example to the left is linking. Linking connects selected elements on different plots. One-to-one linking entails a projection of data on two different plots, in which a point in one plot corresponds to exactly one point in another. Businesses thrive in the current digital era thanks to the ability to communicate data effectively and gain rapid insights. Interactive data visualization dashboards help achieve this objective. Users may interactively explore specific data subsets with customizable filters when using interactive data visualizations, enabling more in-depth analysis. This allows users to focus on specific data points that are most relevant to their key business decisions, leading to a more focused analysis of the data and less time wasted on generic data insights. For example, if businesses had a database of prospects to sell to and wanted to concentrate on clients from a certain region, interactive data allows them to utilize location filters to assist in filtering out contacts from all other locations. The data I'm using for my examples of interactive data visualizations are below. The same dataset will be used to articulate the comparison between the original static visualizations and my new interactive data visualizations. What the interactive data visualization tool Tableau allows us to do is take each month separately in real time and analyze this one detail for each region. The month can be substituted out with a drag of a mouse, allowing decision makers to analyze which months saw improved store sales and understand if campaigns in particular months or seasons had a positive effect on sales in this particular business example. Tableau dashboard graph, the example 2. This graph shows a comparison between genders in relation to how education impacts future job type and salary. One of the key features shown here of Tableau's interactive dashboard is the ability to click on data and access it instantaneously. Here we can see by clicking on one of the sections, we can see more detailed information. Insights from interactive data example. This interactive manipulation of the data gives decision makers a more detailed view of sections of the data they are interested in real time. This means that rather than waste time viewing general graphs that try and cover all the data a business has collected, managers can prioritize specific information displayed from the data. This is why interactive datasets are the future.